Hi, my name is Susan Labadorf, and I am doing my grassland management plan on the roughly 10 acres of grass surrounding the watershed lake 4C. The lake and surrounding property are owned by the Beaver Run Homeowners Association and the Hayes Estate. I live in Beaver Run subdivision. This lake is home to me. This 10-acre secondary grassland, owned by the Beaver Run Homeowners Association and the Hayes Estate, is located in northern Greenville County, South Carolina. The lake is part of the headwaters area for the South Tiger River. The homeowners use the dam and the surrounding grassland as a common space for the subdivision. The watershed lake 4C was built for flood control, and the dam and spillway are maintained by the South Tiger Watershed District. It sits in a rural agricultural landscape matrix with residential lots, mixed forest, and adjacent hayfields. The purpose of this plan is to develop an ecologically informed management plan that will improve biodiversity while maintaining South Tiger Water District compliance. This area is a habitat mosaic. You have the surrounding forest and then the grassland, so you have a lot of species that like the forest edge. You have upland grasses, and then you have a wet meadow, about an acre and a half of the land becomes inundated after every rain. And then you have a riparian corridor, a stream from the outflow of the lake. There's more biodiversity potential than just the acreage alone suggests. This slide shows the land broken up into four distinct sections. Section 1 and 3 are Section 1 is the spillway, Section 3 is the dam, and they are the most alike of the two, containing mainly grasses with a calorie pair in the group of trees in Section 1. Section 4 is a wet meadow near the lake. Section 2 has the riparian corridor of Mush Creek, and also it's the edge of a forest, so you have the forest edge species, and it has about 30 calorie pairs. I would like to propose 5 objectives for managing this grassland. Number 1, coordinate with the South Tiger Water District on dam and spillway vegetation and see if we can overseed it with warm season grasses and native forbs where possible. Number 2, remove the calorie pairs in the Mush Creek corridor and by the lake. Number 3, in the Mush Creek corridor, mow a walking path to the stream, clear out the brush by the stream, and provide seeding. Number 4, install nest boxes by the lake and in the Mush Creek corridor. Number 5, provide a picnic table by the lake. I have 3 management recommendations for invasive species and vegetation. Number 1, cut down all the calorie pair trees, and within 20 minutes, treat them with herbicide to prevent resprouting. Number 2, mowed twice a year in late February and in September to avoid the nesting season and to provide habitat for birds by maintaining the grass. Number 3, oversee the dam and use a no-till planter on the spillway in Mush Creek corridor to plant native grasses and forbs. Sea and passolate soils actually favor native grasses over orchard grass because of the low fertility, and no additional fertilizer will be required. The next set of recommendations have to do with habitat improvements and recreation. This will make this area meaningful to the HOA residents and build long-term support for the management plan. Number 1, mow a walking path in the Mush Creek corridor. Number 2, clear the brush and invasives from the riparian area and provide seating. Number 3, install nesting boxes in the Mush Creek corridor and by the lake. And number 4, provide either a bench or a picnic table by the lake. So how will we know that this is successful? Well, first of all, for the vegetation monitoring, we'll have annual cover transects tracking native grass and forb cover increase. The target to be 20% native forbs covering the spillway and the dam and the Mush Creek corridor by 2030. Number 2, 100% eradication of calorie pairs, and we'll monitor this by inspection, and we would like to have this accomplished by the spring of 2027. Number 3, bird monitoring. We'll have annual nest box inspections for occupancy and success rates, and we can do seasonal point counts to document the grassland bird species richness over time. And for the compliance with the STWD, it is inspected every year to make sure that the dam and the spillway meet the easement's requirements. So here is a suggested time frame. By the fall of 2026, remove the calorie pairs and mow the pathway in the Mush Creek corridor. By spring or summer 2027, confer with the South Tiger Water District and oversee the dam and spillway and install nesting boxes. And by the fall of 2027, clear the invasives out of the riparian area. And then every year we'll monitor the forbs and the grasses and adapt our management plan based on the bird and the plant data. So the budget is modular in format and depends on what the homeowners will approve. The most expensive thing is the cost of the native seeds, which is $1,000. A lot of these things like calorie pair remover and nesting boxes can be done for less than the budgeted amount. But the total cost comes to $2,800 if everything is done. Because we are establishing essentially a wildlife conservation area, there are several organizations we could apply to for grants that would help with the cost. Among those are Upstate Forever, the Audubon in Action Grant, the Carolina Bird Club, and Cornell University. So who are the beneficiaries? Well, the birds are the primary beneficiaries. They will benefit from a modified mowing time and from the establishment of native grasses and forbs, which will improve nesting cover and invertebrate food supply. Cavity nesters like the eastern bluebird and the wood duck would benefit directly from nest box installation. Wetland species will be preserved and enhanced in the wetland depression. Pollinators will benefit from wildlife and native forbs. Small mammals will benefit from increased coverage. And humans will benefit from recreational opportunities.